Shout out to all my gay
Alright, so boom, I've said time and time again, people's personal lives have no bearing on how I navigate throughout my day. Moreover, I couldn't care less about what you happen to do inside the bedroom, but when it come across my desk and it's posted on social media across the internet, it now becomes my business. News done broke that Dwight Howard was holding a man against his will inside of his own house. Dwight Howard's house, that is. Inside the bedroom of all locations, so he could perform sexual acts on this man.
Your thoughts?
What? How you holding people against their will so you can act on your oral fixation? What part of the game is this?
Come on out, you rapist!
I thought consent was what was on the marquee. Evidently, that's not the case for Dwight Howard. He did come out and refute said claims and admitted it was consensual, not between just him, but 3 individuals. So that makes me wonder, right? And moreover, the news report had broken that this had went down through DMs that had started on Instagram. So you set up a sum on 3 on IG. Who does this?
We had a wonderful time here.
Are you a homosexual?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
The last news I ever heard about Dwight Howard was that he was out in Tawan in the streets saying,
I told him, you better get that thing out of my ass or I'm gonna shit on it.
Can't even hold you. This news got me looking at his recent injury report a little sideways. What you mean, neck and back injuries, along with gluteal soreness? What was going on back there? Hey, what? You said what? Shaq was Superman for clicks. Dwight was Superman for real.
But I can't take that abuse!
No!
You are gay.
Everybody who ever purchased a Dwight Howard jersey probably sitting in their bedroom like,
he's gay, isn't he? Yep. And I was his biggest fan. That make me gay, don't it?
why would you even go through your own personal Instagram to set up some shit like this? Let's just address the elephant in the room. If Dwight Howard is indeed gay, right? Ain't nobody give a fuck this side of the millennium.
We do not care.
Why are you gay?
Dwight, you a father multiple times over. If you was trying to navigate on the down low, why would you ever move through social media? That's foolish. Moreover, it's 2023. Who cares? We got people who putting pineapples on pizza. We got self-driving cars. One would argue Transformers. Others would argue in more ways than one.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Who would have thought Dwight Howard, a man who's known for his defensive acumen, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, would end up getting accused for the strength of his offense?
You are a homosexual.
For a man who was never known for his footwork, he surely went to town on the down low and the low post.
You cannot have it both ways.
Homie won a championship with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2020, but due to the pandemic, there was no parade. There was nothing to celebrate. So he decided in the summer of 2021, he gonna have his own celebration in the confines of his bedroom at his estate, but he gonna invite ball players that didn't play on his team, but they juggle a different kind of balls.
Gang banging.
Many moons ago, Dwight Howard was one of those freak athlete individuals, similar to like a Chad Johnson, where they could eat absolute garbage but still perform at an incredibly high level. But Dwight came out and said in 2020 he changed his diet, started eating more fruits.
Now I'm not that same type person. All I do is eat fruits.
What do you mean by that, brother? What do you mean by that?
It appears that this man started to enjoy a different kind of meat as well. Put down the poultry. Put down the venison. Pick up the male appendage one way or another. Whatever this man just so happens to do inside of his personal life, that's his business. But why are you setting up sums of 3 on IG, Dwight? That's why your dumb ass messed around and got caught up. And now everybody sees you ain't nothing but a
fucking quiz!
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Our D was good tonight, so we got to make sure the D stay good.
Before the game, Kent Bazemore told me it's too far into the season to allow 2 losses back-to-back. If you agree with that, how important is that win?
Oh, it's very important, but it starts with the D. So we got to make sure we keep playing defense.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Now, of course, nobody should unilaterally make it their business to go and out you. That's your own business. If you want to come out and tell the world that's what you are, there ain't no problem. All right? Ain't nobody fixing to go over here and judge you. It's not like it's going to tarnish your doggone legacy. You still one of the greatest centers that have ever played the game. Most NBA fans, I would actually argue, vast majority of NBA fans believe you should have been on the top 75, especially instead of Anthony Davis.
Facts.
All jokes aside, this is one of the reasons why it's very important to move meticulous. Because how do you find yourself in a scenario where a headline like this even comes out? Sir, you are not moving very thorough, sir. Because not only you get affected by this, your children's mothers get affected by this. Your family and friends, maybe not so much friends, get affected by this. And above all else, your children get affected by this because you have very young children. And just imagine them having to go to school because school is still in the midst of happening at the moment. And they got to pull up a headline because children have phones inside school now. You ain't got to pull out a headline. Oh, did you see what your dad done? It's craziness, bruh. You got to move very militant in how you navigate through your life because the decisions that you mess around and make, it doesn't only affect you, especially when you have that such high level of notoriety, sir. You moving incredibly sloppy, sir.
Stupid bitch.
Word to the wise for anybody who just so happens to have any form of notoriety, any kind of fame, you're in a very professional manner, you want to engage in a bit of philandering, you like to engage in a bit of activity aside from, you know, whatever particular kind of relationships you may be dealing with, or if you happen to be single, like I believe Dwight was at the time, you can go and do whatever the hell it is that you want to do, but make sure you have people sign NDAs. Right? Make sure you have contacts in order to where you can't mess around and get outed in a situation like this, whether it be something dealing with your own sex or maybe dealing with, you know, the opposite sex, whatever the case just so happen to be. Because looking at somebody like Dwight Howard, you should never find yourself in a situation like this, especially given the amount of finances that you have been able to accumulate over the course of 20 plus years, sir. Well, 20 years, because he got drafted in 2004. But one way or another, this is wild.
You brought shame upon yourself and your family.
As much as I can't seem to wrap my mind around it, I understand why people in Hollywood, in athletic circles, whatever the case is, juggle the exact same, you know, particular kind of partners. Because more often than not, those individuals understand how it is. They keep their mouth shut. More often than not, you would never know that they messing with that type of person, unless, of course, it's a very sloppy individual who comes out and goes public. But if that's the case, man, go to an escort. All right? Personally, I don't support it, but if this is what you want to do, go to an escort. Pay somebody for the transaction and move on with the remainder of your day. But now, when you're going through your own personal incident, now everything lined up. Now everything out there in the public. And now look at you.
I came looking for booty. Now, I tell you what, I like you and I want you. Now, we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours. Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. This guy...
You gonna make me ruin that bike. No, Chris, please. I'm a warrior.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Please! Please!
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh my god.